Welcome back, Issues of Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Happy Alien Day! Screw Infinity War. We're not gonna deal with that stupid movie with Thanos. Let's do Aliens! That's right, Dark Horse and Fox Studios' Aliens is celebrating Alien Day today.
Yes.
And so we are doing a book about it. We're gonna be doing Green Lantern versus Aliens, of all things, to celebrate and ring in the new year of Aliens.
Yeah, ring it in.
That's right, ring it in.
Ring.
Literally ring it in. Green Lantern, ring it in. And talk about some xenomorphs. If you are not familiar, by the way, they've created this great day. Usually it was to promote like a movie, but since there aren't any right now, it's just to promote the great comics done by Dark Horse.
It's just because it's April 29th.
Yeah, that's right, 26th.
26th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why did I say 29th?
Because it's a 6 upside down.
No, I know why. Because it's Judgment Day.
Ooh, that's August 29th.
I know. That's
Yes,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you bet your boots we're going to do something, hopefully, on Judgment Day. We're celebrating Alien Day by talking about this great DC Dark Horse crossover, which is part of a collection in a great trade that you should definitely check out, and you'll find in the description box below this video. So check that out and pick it up. But in all actuality, I'm actually not being very forthcoming. The reality is there are going to be 2 back issues this week. If you are hyped for Infinity War, stay tuned tomorrow for another back issues.
What?
In which we will be doing Infinity by Jonathan Hickman.
Is this the norm?
No, it is not. Because this took a lot of effort to
Yes.
shoot and edit 2 episodes in a week.
So you're welcome.
So you're welcome. But it's not going to be every week.
No,
This is not the new schedule.
This is special.
But yeah, I love Alien Day so much, and I love working with Dark Horse and Fox to the point where I want to do 2 episodes of back issues because there's no way I'm going to ignore Infinity War tomorrow. So
Or Alien Day.
or Alien Day. That's
Because,
right. I couldn't
holy
pick.
crap, it's such a great day.
It's like picking to your between your children. Infinity War versus Aliens. There's no way. The only way to improve Infinity War is to put aliens into it. Since we can't do that, we're going to give you
like-
Infinity War and
They're
Aliens.
like the dogs of Thanos.
Oh yes, there's kind of that thing. They're gonna have like the Outriders, but still xenomorphs though. And DC and Dark Horse have this really, really fun relationship together that I know nothing about in terms of the formation or the continuation of that relationship. I just know that they do it. They like working together, and
It works.
thank God, because then we get great stuff like Green Lantern vs. Aliens, which is written by Ron Mars, who wrote Green Lantern Emerald Twilight.
Okay.
Which was the big,
Yeah.
get rid of Hal Jordan, replace him with Kyle Rayner, and that worked out great because Kyle Rayner is the Green Lantern of this story. And the art is by Rick Leonardi, who drew Spider-Man 2099
All right.
and a number of other books, but it looks nothing like any books that Rick Leonardi normally draws, which is kind of amazing. It has a much more cartoonish feel, but realistic proportions, but still cartoony, especially when you get to the aliens. The aliens have a more Sam Keith kind of feel to them. Came out in 2000, which is weird because it makes a lot of references to before Kyle Rayner became the Green Lantern, and also refers to Green Lantern being, forgive the parlance, but green. He's pretty new.
Oh, okay.
And he's the only Green Lantern, and everybody else who was a Green Lantern is now just an alien, and screw them, they're doing nothing now. Nothing makes them special except their willpower. That and $1.50 can get him a soda. So this book is 4 issues long.
Wow.
Which is 2 more than the Batman Alien story we did, which is great. And if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's over Ben's head. It's terrific. Bernie Wrightson drew it, so, whew. But anyway, 4 stories. I can't believe there were 4 issues to this story. It probably could have been done in one oversized edition, but you know what? It's really fun. And I hadn't read it in a long time. And I picked it up recently to do this episode, and after reading it, I went, damn it, I really enjoyed the crap out of this stupid story. But you know what? Let's jump into it. So the story opens in the past with an egg that has been opened. So the faceover's already come and gone. And next to the egg is a lantern ring. We see this Green Lantern. He is embedded in the walls, and then a chestburster blasts out of his Green Lantern symbol,
Okay.
telling you exactly what you're in for.
Right.
Aliens.
Aliens and Green Lantern.
Yeah, but it's not like because it burst out of a Green Lantern,
It
it's
has
worthy.
right, or it has like it doesn't like wear the ring around its little body
Right.
or anything.
It doesn't have like little green masks.
Yeah,
No,
no.
but it would look different.
Well, it would look
It's an
like it's
alien?
based off of the physiology of whatever it
Yeah.
implanted into, but he's a humanoid being, so he looks like an irregular alien.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's kind of silverish.
But they kind of forgot about that, so now he just looks regular.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, normally it's kind of ambiguous as to whether the DC Aliens crossovers, and for that matter, the Predator as well, but the DC Dark Horse crossovers are in continuity. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's kind of not.
All right.
It's a little bit in continuity.
Obviously. I mean, like, you can't let the aliens run rampant
Well, and indeed they don't.
in DC space. Like,
No.
you can't.
Well, let's talk about that
Okay.
when we get to it. Because the only reason why I say it's not is because there are lanterns that appear in this book who don't make it, who did make it in regular DC continuity.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
and so you're like, oh!
Wait. Oh my god. You're telling me...
Like, they die in here, and then you read in regular DC, and you're like, I thought the aliens got him. I guess they didn't.
Oh, not
Or the
this
story's
time.
outside continuity.
Right.
But you know what? In 2000, they were probably like, screw it, kill him. There's only one Green Lantern.
Right.
Eat it. And then we cut to Earth, and there's these dudes robbing a bank, and they're dressed like aliens. Aha, get it? And
That is funny.
so Green Arrow and Black Canary are doing their team up,
Cute.
and they make quick work of these alien invaders.
She just yells, right?
Yes, she
Right.
does. And there's one guy that gets away that almost reaches for his gun, but then Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, bursts in.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And TKO's that guy. And he and Ollie and Dinah have like a fun little interaction where they talk about how it's like, hey, you know we haven't done in a while? Let's like have
Gotten
lunch.
lunch?
Yeah, and just chill.
So they go to
I
Big
was-
Belly Burger?
I think they are going to get a... They're actually going to go get chili. And
Yes!
Ollie is like, I hear there's this great place that makes really, really spicy chili. And then...
It's his house?
Probably. But then one of the Guardians calls Hal, and it's like, something really, really messed up is happening, and you gotta leave. And Hal's like, guess I can't ruin my bowels, thanks.
After chili?
Yeah, right? No, he can't, so he's gotta leave. He's like, duty calls, and he
How
leaves.
are you going to fly without that fuel?
So Hal leaves, and he bumps into a bunch of seasoned Green Lanterns. Kilowog, Toma Ray, this other guy
rest.
named Salak.
Okay.
Salak's important because he shows up later.
All right.
And they're like, so what's going on? Hal's like, this is pretty messed up. Like, why are there so many seasoned Green Lanterns? It only takes one of us to usually save the galaxy. I don't understand why there's so many of us right now. And they're like, well, the Guardian said that, like, a lantern was killed, and we have to go investigate. So
Oh.
they go...
Now it becomes like, Law and Order.
Yeah, so they're going to investigate the crime scene. So they go, they find that, like, the area, the cave that the Green Lantern was killed in had been, like, organically changed to look like the interior of usually a ship that's been taken over by aliens. They find all these eggs.
And yet none of them hatch.
No,
All right.
not yet. So they go through the caverns. They find the dead body of their fallen comrade, along with like the hole in his chest, which is of course no longer occupied. Hal immediately recognizes that the chest burst from the inside out,
Right.
and he finds his lantern ring, but he also finds that like the ring didn't go anywhere, which is weird.
Yeah.
They don't explain why that is,
That is bizarre.
but then they are besieged by a host of xenomorphs.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Where did they come from?
they come from the walls.
No,
The indigenous people of this planet.
Okay.
And then a lantern came to investigate, and he was made quick work of as well.
I haven't heard from Ma and Pa in a while. I better go home and check.
Yeah.
Hal has a ridiculous number of muscles.
Yes.
Like, ridiculous number of muscles.
Well, he does Pilates.
Well, I've got like 3 back muscles and 7 deltoids.
I was looking at
and-
these right here. I'm like, cool.
Like, well, what is that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
This is when it's just an illusion on the suit. He's just trying to make himself look ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's nothing in here. I just fly around. I don't really... I use the ring.
What if
Yeah.
he's smuggling snacks in case he gets hungry?
Yes. And like when you're on Oa, they provide their own snacks. You gotta pay for them.
Right.
You don't pay for them.
So he's
it's like
smuggling
going to the
through.
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Then
like
he-
he's pulling out a couple Twinkies and some ring dings and shit.
Yeah.
Toma Ray tries to cut a xenomorph, like... I
In
think it's-
half?
Like, no, his tail. Like, to get him to, like, not attack Hal. And he gets acid splashed on him for a good measure. Then they create a force bubble around themselves.
Okay.
And now the xenomorphs can't get through. And they're like, okay, well, now that we've got a minute to collect ourselves, what are we going to do about these aliens? Because, like, and the aliens, like, slamming themselves against the bubble and everything,
'cause
and
they
Hal's
don't
like,
know.
yeah, but Hal's like, nope, I'm the greatest Green Lantern's ever lived. There's no way they're getting in. Don't worry about it.
They got in. Oh god.
No, they don't.
Oh.
He's just totally right.
Oh, okay.
And so
I
he's
was
like, what are we going to do? So, like, Hal uses his ring to not only create the bubble, but also to protect them from the xenomorphs. And then he uses his ring to help heal Tomare from his wounds.
And he's
just
like,
so great.
If anyone else could step in and help,
Right? Use your rings. You're all here. But he's doing that, too, just to show and illustrate just how
just
awesome
how
Hal
great
is.
he is.
he's
And
also
like,
putting on a little mime show with his ring
Right?
to entertain everyone while
Maybe
they're stuck
everyone
in
else
there.
is too afraid.
They pretty much are.
Because
And as well they
scary.
damn well should be. But, so Hal's like,
Scary.
so now what are we going to do about these aliens? You see, they're not evil.
What?
They don't deserve punishment.
No, they do.
These are beasts. They're mindless. They're like insects. So what we should do is we should figure out what
Squash
to do.
them like bugs.
Yeah, and the other ones are like, we should probably annihilate them. And he's like, that's not what we do. We don't annihilate entire species. They're an important race. They should be preserved. So maybe this is a test. Maybe the Guardians want us to like be put into this impossible situation and then decide what is best to do. Well, since I'm the greatest among us, I have decided that I'm going to figure out what to do. So then he creates, and all the lanterns create bubbles around all the xenomorphs. And then carry them through space. And while they're like flying through space, the xenomorphs are like slamming against the bubbles and trying to get at them. And like, easy, big fella. We'll figure it out. And so they go to their fellow comrade and other Green Lantern, Mogo, the living planet. Not Ego, but Mogo.
Right, the one that's a Green Lantern.
Yes, the planet that is a Green Lantern. And Mogo does not have sentient life on him. He does have like greenery and rivers and streams and whatnot, but no
Plants can't think or talk.
right. So
Or feel.
So then the solution to this puzzle that the Lanterns muse, the Guardians deliberately put them into to test their mettle as lanterns, is to leave the aliens on the surface of Mogo. Because Mogo can't have indigenous life or whatever on him, and so the xenomorphs are free to live and roam as they please.
Well, we've killed Mogo.
No, they just live there. Like, see, they leave them on like the beach.
It's not like they're gonna lay a giant egg and then have a giant chest burster come out of the center of
That
the
would be
planet.
freaking amazing. Sadly, that is not what happens. Instead, 10 years later, this mining ship,
Okay, well now this is their fault.
yes,
Crashes on Mogo.
yes, who is no longer a Green Lantern because of the work of Parallax and so forth. This mining vessel lands on the surface, or careens
Crash.
towards,
Yeah, crashes.
into Mogo, and you're like, well, now we've got our alien movie.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Earth, Kyle Rayner is doing some box art for a video game about alien invaders, which looks suspicious because they like Destroy All Humans, which is that game that has aliens on them. But
They also look like the...
the Mars
Mars
Attacks
Attacks. Yeah.
aliens, yeah. It's a little bit of an homage to both. But Kyle makes a point of saying, like, well, I don't know how good this video game is going to sell, but at least their box art's done. Because Kyle Rayner is
And it's sweet.
is a artist.
Right.
So anyway, he's like, "Whew, that was a long night, but I deserve a break." He goes into his like study and he finds that there's like an alien waiting for him. It's another member of Tomar Ray's race,
Yeah.
which is I think his name's Tomar Doe or Day or something. Tomar Dar. I'm sorry. So Tomar Dar's like, "Hi," and Kyle's like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Because, like, these are people that he would normally interact with if they were also Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Right.
And so, because Kyle's wearing the lantern ring, he also, of course, can speak their language because it's a universal translator as well.
Convenient.
Yeah. So then he goes into his TV room and he runs into all these other people who used to be Green Lanterns but are now, like, not. And basically they are, like, kind of like fundamentalist Green Lanterns who are like, just because we lost our ring doesn't mean that we're not Green Lanterns.
No, it does.
That's exactly what that
That's
means.
exactly what that means. Like,
Sorry.
no, but like the Guardians chose us to be Green Lanterns, and just because like Hal ruined everything, and that's because you are the only Green Lantern doesn't mean that we shouldn't be doing what we normally would be doing just without the Green Lantern power.
you mean this ring? This ring?
Yeah, that's the one.
Is it?
And then they all jump him.
Yeah, right.
He's like, hang on, I'm gonna do a little. Like, oh, look, oh, that's a puppy. I didn't help anybody with that.
No.
but I made it. Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Right, so get out.
So, yeah, no, let's do your plan. Let's all go into space and take care of things like you would if you were Green Lantern.
Okay, I'll start.
Everyone,
Fly.
I'll fly away. You guys join me.
Oh.
You can't? How'd you get here in the first place?
We took a cab. And we couldn't because it was yellow.
We're just
beholden to the
we
whole...
got afraid of getting inside.
So, he's like, so what do you want? He's like really rude to them.
Well, yeah.
He's like, make yourself at home, why don't you? And so we meet these former Lanterns. Brick, Ash, M.
Ash?
Hidana. Yeah.
Well,
you know.
that's not going to go well.
And Salak, who was a member of the Corps and who helped strand the Xenomorphs on Mogo to begin with.
So he knows everything. He's like Burke.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So they're talking about how they used to work there and they used to be Green Lanterns and blah, blah, blah. And they talk about how, like, there was this, this Kaluian? Doesn't matter. So they talk about how, like, there was this vessel that crashed on Mogo and we need to go deal with it. And he's like, Mogo's fine, who cares? And they're like, well, because, like, Salak has this, like, deep, dark secret that he and a few of, like, the Corps Lanterns committed that makes it kind of a pressing engagement for these people who crashed on Mogo. Like, it used to be if you crashed on Mogo, like, Mogo would use the lantern ring to, like, help you off, or,
or eat you.
Or call someone, but, like, now he's just sitting there, and also, the only thing that lives on the surface of Mogo are Xenomorphs.
Right, and I guess they're still alive?
They have nothing to die, like, nothing kills them. They're perfect beings.
Doesn't age?
No.
Doesn't time?
No.
That's garbage.
Well, what are you talking about? Like, there's all there's creatures that live on Earth that we don't know how old they can be. Like sharks, we don't know how long they get.
Yeah, but they have to eat.
They do have to eat. That's very true.
They require energy.
So now what are these aliens vegans?
Who knows? Maybe they eat each other. I don't know.
You buying this?
No.
Listen, they probably eat, like, who cares?
What, plants? No.
No,
And
they
is this
definitely
gonna-
don't eat plants.
Is this going to be the universe in which they don't need a queen to have eggs?
No.
Oh.
So, yeah. Hal's just a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, like...
Well, I mean, he did then kill a lot of the other Green Lanterns and get rid of them. So.
Right? So, anyway...
He's doing it right now.
What?
He's showing off his Green Lantern power.
Yes.
For no reason.
Yes. Well, because Salak's kind of a dick who really, really resents Kyle being the only Green Lantern.
Right.
And he's like, so I hear you're the only Green Lantern. Well, the reality is, like, what we did is a Green Lantern mistake, and a Green Lantern has to fix it. So we're gonna go.
He's got a point.
So...
Meanwhile, some of them were like, hey, can I, like, hold it for a second?
Yeah.
Can I just
feel what it was like?
No.
No. So
let me smell it.
So then Kyle's like, okay, cool. Well,
Stop licking my hand.
While we're... Like, before we go, I gotta charge up. So then he conjures, with his ring, a sexy lady to present the power battery to him. And then he charges his ring using the power battery.
Well, you guys don't do this all the time?
Oh, you don't do this? Oh, you've never done this?
Oh, man, this is the best.
Now,
She's also fantastic at cuddling.
Now, incidentally, Kyle is very different from the usual Lanterns. He doesn't have to do the oath. He's not weak to the color yellow. He's a way more improved design. But what's funny is Salak has a real problem with the fact that, like, Kyle doesn't have to do the oath. He's like, back in my day, like, we had something we believed in and we, like, said it as a mantra that also, like, gave us our power, and that was kind of, like, important. You just use the ring to, like, do whatever. And
to, like, get you sandwiches.
Right. And Kyle's also like, I don't really go into space very often. Most of my problems are, like, Earthbound, because, like, there's only one Green Lantern, and there's only one Justice League, and I'm kind of on it.
And
so,
not
like...
only that, but you guys interrupted me at my job when I was drawing pictures.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Kyle Rayner kind of sounds like a dick.
He's a huge dick in
because
this book.
Because it's like, dude, you're the only Green Lantern?
Yep. And
all
like,
of space could use your help.
Yes.
And you're just like, yeah, but I'm just going to stay here with the other superheroes. Like,
Yep.
Superman who really doesn't need me.
No.
Really? You have Superman.
Yeah.
You're good.
Right.
You're good.
You don't need a Green Lantern, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
But how else will there be a Justice League if I'm not on it?
Yeah.
We'll get
what, are they going to put anyone else on it?
Yeah.
You can't have anyone else green.
Like, what about Green
Get out of here, Ollie.
Well, like, here's the thing. I'm sure that they would replace him if Kyle ever left, but he won't because he knows that he'd be replaced.
Like, so he's like over there worried about getting a video game cover done, and like people in space desperately need his help.
Yes.
Cool.
But then at the same time, no one can
Fun
contact him. Like the Guardians aren't there to be like,
know. Yeah,
We
exactly.
need you.
It's kind of his responsibility.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, but
he's
he's
kind
not
of flying
responsible.
blind. Anyway, so they
There's,
go.
there's no one on Earth who could be like, this is what Hal used to do.
No, and anyone who would, he doesn't want to hear from. So
I'd love it if Superman or Batman was just like, you know,
Now, Superman, as you remember from Green Lantern and Twilight, is like very impressed with him. He's like, "Good for you, kid."
yeah, good for you. But at the same time, you know, Hal wasn't around a lot because he was helping space.
He was
Yes.
busy, you know.
You know where my planet used to be?
Right,
In space.
and it was destroyed. It could have used a Green Lantern.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so they
So
go.
you're saying I should stay here
And protect Earth?
and hang out with you guys? I'll make nachos.
So they go.
Microwave nachos?
Yeah, sorry. So they go to Mogo. They find the derelict ship. They go onto it. They start investigating, and Salak is giving Kyle a hard time. And Kyle's like, "Get off my back, man! Jesus Christ! I'm sorry, not a Green Lantern anymore. I have no control over that. They pick me randomly." So they're checking things out, and then Kyle decides to go first, and he goes first, of course, because he's like, "I'm the only one with any freaking powers, so I guess I'll go first." So he goes first, and he's met by the barrel of a gun held by this hot chick, and she's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he says, "I'm Superman. Who are you?" And she's like, "I'll ask the questions." And then he uses his ring to create a frog that shoots his sticky tongue at her gun that pulls her gun out of her hand.
That's a great first impression.
And she goes, "Oh, you're a Green Lantern." He goes, "Actually, I'm the Green Lantern. There are no more Green Lanterns. Except for these wannabes back behind me who are all dressed like frickin' refugees."
Except for these chumps.
Yep. And so she introduces herself. She's Crow. She's the captain of the ship.
She's cow?
No, Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
So she's Crow, and she's like, "I'm the captain. My crew was taken by these horrible monsters. They skipped me for some reason, and it's my job to get them back. But if you guys want to tag along, I guess you can." So then she decides to like lead them on the expedition to
I
rescue
noticed
her
she's
crew.
the most humanoid looking.
Indeed,
Well, everyone else is like,
an alien,
Some kind of
just
alien.
a straight up weirdo alien, and
Yep.
she's a regular looking person.
yep.
Well, she was
Now-
on like this ship, and she's familiar with the xenomorphs, so you know. I mean, she's only familiar with them because she
Ran into them.
ran into them, but
Yeah.
yeah. Kyle's like, "Hey, this chick is totally hot. Hi, I'm Kyle." And she's like, "And I'm not interested." And he's like,
Good for her.
"Fair enough." So then,
It's like, not yet, baby. But
Yeah.
let me make a couple more puppets for you.
yeah, have you seen me create hot chicks with my ring? None of them are as hot as you.
I was going to be like, look, a teddy bear dancing for you. Yeah, you like that?
You know, like
No? How about
Fair
this
enough.
clown juggling? Oh, you really don't like that.
All right, here's my dick.
All right, let's cut to the chase. So they check down this hole, and some spit lands on them, which of course indicates that there are xenomorphs above them,
Right.
and they get attacked by xenomorphs.
Well, I'm sorry. First of all, they're not in a big room with chains and random water dripping from the ceiling.
No, it's true.
How could they possibly be in here?
I know. But,
Second, if they're just on the ship, why are they on the ship?
well, they took the crew, and then, of course, like, embedded them in the walls and made them
I guess
right
they were
for-
coming back for her, or
Yeah.
to see if anyone else was there.
Yeah.
So aliens really like confined spaces.
Yes. I mean, that's true.
Like
Because there's an
bugs.
entire planet out there they could.
yeah, they could be,
still
like,
snatch
soaking
them
up on the
away.
beach. I don't see a xenomorph, like max and relax and he gets some rays.
Be fun though.
True.
Just like curled up on the sand with its tail wrapped around it, purring like a kitten.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you just leave them alone and you don't give them, like, flesh,
Yeah.
They're very docile.
they're very docile and
Seriously,
adorable.
the safest place to be is a driveway in the summertime.
Right.
Fine. They're-
Only you'll ruin your car if you back out and roll over them because, you know, they have acid blood. So, Crow immediately starts, like, unloading on them with her cool gun, and she's like, "You have to kill them!" And Kyle's like, "Oh, yeah, no, like, I'm a DC comic superhero. I don't kill anything. I'm not a killer."
Okay, but these are clearly not people.
Right, but, like, no, I don't kill anything.
Okay, well
If-
then you're useless.
Yes.
If my
So-
mentor Hal Jordan taught me anything, which he didn't, it's that I have to protect all life,
Yes.
which I'm sure he would have done in this situation.
He did. He saved these horrible death machines.
See, now this is just playing itself out.
Yeah.
Really, we should just leave and let this happen.
Right, exactly. So Brick is taken by xenomorphs, and Kyle's like, "Screw that." So then he conjures a hard light construct of Superman who flies down the shaft and just takes Brick out
Why
of the
doesn't
hands.
he just fly down the shaft?
Because he's fighting all xenomorphs over here.
No, he looks like he's just yelling at them.
No, because he's creating
Oh, he's
constructs
creating
here.
He's a tractor.
Yeah.
How many
And
constructs can you make at the same time?
If you're the only Green Lantern, quite a few.
Oh, okay.
So he's keeping them at bay and rescuing his comrades and protecting them, but he's not killing these freaking xenomorphs.
Even though he makes himself a flamethrower.
Yeah. All of the lanterns are taken by xenomorphs. Eventually they are overrun, and everybody is taken by xenomorphs. And the last one to be taken is Tomar Dar, who is just being dragged away like Hudson into the ground. And Kyle's like, no! And he grabs onto his hand, and then Tomar Dar boneheadedly pulls Kyle's ring off as he is taken away by xenomorphs.
Okay, if you're a Green Lantern, it should not be that easy to have your ring stripped off of your hand.
It's your Achilles heel. You gotta have at least, like, one weakness.
It was yellow.
Yeah, and now it's not. Now it's
Sweaty
hands.
I was washing my hands and my ring is down the drain. What'll I do?
Yeah.
See, the issue is she's so hot.
That he was sweating and he was so
sweating bullets,
nervous.
'cause he was just like, I gotta.
He had performance anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
And so he lost the ring. He couldn't concentrate. So he loses everybody except for Salak
Yeah.
and Crow and the ring.
All right. To be fair, the reason Crow is there has nothing to do with him.
No. Crow is killing xenomorphs and being useful.
And she's got a giant gun. It's like a hand cannon. It's awesome.
Yeah. So the ring's gone, and Kyle complains about it for the rest of the book.
Cool.
But he does make reference to the fact, because it's Ron Mars writing it, so he wrote this book and he wrote Green Lantern, so he knows that in a previous story he was able to call the ring back to him.
Okay.
But it took a lot of effort and energy.
A lot of
And
willpower.
it only happened one time, yeah.
Yeah.
He makes reference to it no fewer than 2 or 3 times in this book, and attempts to do it only to find that he can't. So, moving on.
How come he still has his suit?
Because there's still enough residual lantern energy within him from holding the ring to maintain his suit.
I don't understand.
He says that in the book.
I don't understand why it's not just a suit.
I agree. So Crow's like, well, story's still the same. My plan was to go down there and get my crew back. Now I just got to get like 4 more bodies. So let's go. And he's like, I don't know if you are aware of current events, but like I just lost.
We just got our asses handed to us, lady.
Yeah, I just lost my ring, pal. So she goes, cool. Well, here's your gun. And he's like, I don't use guns and I've never fired one before. And she goes, give it back. And he's like, never mind.
That's fantastic.
So then she's like, all right, take a few shots. So like there's a dead xenomorph by them. And she's like, take a few shots. So he shoots it. And it takes like 3 shots for him to actually nail it. And she goes, woof. Okay, well, let's go. So she like tries to teach him how to shoot straight, which is of course very, very hot for Kyle. And at one point while she's lining up the shot, she says, are you smelling me? And he says, no, but you do smell very nice, so yes, technically.
Right, and then the gun falls out of his hand because his hands are all sweaty.
Right.
Again.
He just and then his gauntlet falls off. But
and
so
then his clothes. He's like, eh?
yeah.
Eh?
But I like
So Alec's like,
I'm still here.
You're the worst. You're the worst lantern.
Why? Why you?
So she repels down immediately to like into certain doom.
And Kyle needs a few minutes.
Yeah, because he's got to like put a science book over his crotch for some reason.
well, he doesn't want that, scraping down the walls. He's going down.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be really
it's true.
uncomfortable. Ding, ding.
Does
Son of
Salak get a gun?
No.
He might have been better off.
Salak had a gun earlier.
Well, Salak has like multiple arms, and he uses them all to like rappel down the shaft.
Oh, he's got one on his back.
That's true.
Because they all arrived with guns. Like
Yes.
the other crew.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like Crow doesn't give him a gun, but like
Okay.
because they all need to arm themselves because they knew what they were getting into, and Salak especially because he was there the first time. So he's like,
These things are bad.
Yeah, I should not have fucking let them live. So they start to go down. As they're going down, Salak reminds Kyle that like Kyle rescued him during the assault by the xenomorphs, and like they completely bury the hatchet
Okay.
just in time for Salak to die.
Oh, man.
No, they completely remove any tension. So you're like, so Salak will die. And he does. So they wind up going through the shaft.
But not here.
No, I'm just cutting ahead.
Okay.
So they find most of Crow's crew is dead.
Oh, yeah. They've been chest bursted.
Yes.
Except for
And
that guy.
most of them look
Yeah.
humanoid.
Yes. That guy, of course, has not been chest bursted. Good point. So that Kyle could walk by him, and the guy could be like, "Ah, you gotta kill me!" He doesn't even say "kill me." Unfortunately, he says "help me" because he doesn't know. Another facehugger egg pops open. Crow shoots that, and then she's like, "We gotta kill this dude. He's got a thing in him."
Right.
There's no helping him. And Kyle's like, no, we can't let him die. And then all the xenomorphs show up. So like, whatever, moving on. He's
Also,
dead anyway.
what are you gonna do to help?
Right?
Well, I
You
guess-
don't even have a ring.
Right, and if Hal knew anything, or not Hal, if Kyle knew anything, he could at least make the argument that it's like, well, there was a closed egg.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that was
I
not...
mean, then again, just count the other open.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, this dude is like, he has a raspy text bubble.
Oh
so
yeah,
in case
no, he's
dead.
done. By the way, I love the xenomorph logic where they're just like, you
Noise?
killed one
Yes,
of
one
our face huggers,
who die after implantation anyway.
right? And we've killed all of you. But you know what? Screw you.
Let's send everyone
Yeah.
to kill the
Oh, no.
rest of you.
Yeah, no, you don't kill one of us.
Yeah, well, that's because they're not rational
know,
beings,
I
but it's
just
true.
love that.
But yeah, they are dicks by nature.
Like an ant colony.
So-
you
Kyle should
killed
fit in.
one ant.
Yeah.
We
So
will
here we
all
come.
attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle should fit in just fine here.
It's true. So the aliens attack, and Cole is like, or, I'm sorry, Cole. I don't know why I keep calling her Cole. So anyway, so the aliens attack, and Crow starts opening fire. She's like, "You gotta start shooting, Kyle. Start shooting." And he's like, "Nah."
Shoot!
And so then all the xenomorphs like descend on Salak and take him. And Kyle's like, "Oh no!" So then he tries to save Salak, and his gun jams.
It's like a laser gun. How does
I
it
know.
jam?
They all guns jam in convenient times. So the xenomorphs take.
It was all his sweat.
Yeah. So then Salak
I
is
gummed it up, I'm
overwhelmed.
sorry.
Salak is overwhelmed by xenomorphs, and as he's being taken away, he says, "Make sure that the tradition of the Green Lanterns doesn't die with you, and make up for our mistakes. Don't make the same mistake that we did." And then he is
Wow.
promptly-
Also, always remember to wear warm socks and charge up your battery before you go out, and don't fly until 30 minutes after you've
Okay.
had a meal.
It would have been kind of cooler if he had done the Green Lantern oath as he was being dragged away.
I agree, but I know that it would definitely have worked in the scene, but Ron Mars is saving it
All right.
for a less cool scene
Damn it.
because I like that idea better.
Yeah.
That he would say it. I think he should have, but instead he just begs Kyle not to repeat the same mistakes.
Right, but like I like the idea of him because like he, regardless of not being a true Lantern, it's just like, but I am.
No, but I am a true Lantern.
Yeah.
Once a Lantern, always Lantern. So while Kyle is distracted by the heroic sacrifice of Salak,
And
Heroic sacrifice?
yeah,
It's not like he jumped in the way.
no, he just got overwhelmed and promptly killed. But like a xenomorph immediately just jumps onto him,
Yeah.
and it's about to double mouth him
Tum, tum, tum.
when Crow shoves the barrel of her gun into its mouth and shoots him,
nice.
and it's awesome.
Much like
So
in
she is
Alien
the true
Resurrection.
hero.
Yes, easily. No,
this.
she is the true hero of this book.
Oh, and there's acid blood.
She gets some acid blood on her, and she says, like, let's go. So they funnel into the hot gates, and...
Whoa, she is a badass. She just got the acid blood on her, and she's just like, it hurts, but she's not phased.
That's right. She's like, don't look back. Like, just focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
So they get into, like, the hot gates. They're, like, just this little, like, narrow opening, and then they just funnel the aliens in and just shoot them.
Yeah, well,
And
their
that-
numbers mean nothing.
Exactly. It will be wave after wave of xenomorph.
Crashing upon our laser blasts. I don't know.
Yeah. So they shoot the xenomorphs, which
Creates a wall.
Yeah, creates a wall basically, and so they have a few seconds, and Crow like is kind of like awkwardly on top of Kyle, and they have this like moment where they're about to kiss, and then she's like, and then Kyle breaks the moment by being like, I should probably look at that wound, and she puts her gun up against his temple, and she's like, you touch me and you die, and he's like, fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So they crawl through this like shaft that they wound up in, and they end up in like this big open chamber which has the alien queen in it, and the rest of the crew and the rest of the lanterns.
So, wait a minute. So, Hal Jordan transported an alien queen here?
Yeah, he didn't notice.
Well, she wasn't big enough at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just small.
She was
Right.
an alien princess.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in training.
And if there is an acquisition, then the queen alien will be a Disney princess.
Oh my god.
I can't believe he said that.
I'm down.
That's
Well,
amazing.
no, she would be a villain. She'd be like the Wicked Queen.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
her and Ursula.
And like
And Ripley would be
and Maleficent.
Disney princess.
No, she's not. She's just a hero.
That's true.
She's a Disney heroine.
Like Mulan.
yeah. Well, except Mulan. Yeah, no, actually, you're right.
Oh yeah, because she's not royalty.
No. So they find the alien queen, and below her, where she's laying the eggs, is the ring.
Oh,
And he tries to call to it, and it gets stuck in all the
it's like
goo.
right there.
I know.
You suck.
Oh no. Well,
No, it's stuck in alien goop.
well, they're surrounded by other xenomorphs as well.
Oh, so he's scared.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And also, like, it's stuck in alien goop. Because the
Right.
alien's also excited and sweaty.
So Crow is like, well, the ring is the only way we're going to make it out of here.
Uh-huh.
And to save everybody.
That's a
So
cool panel.
you better go get it. And he's like, oh,
She just kick him out.
no. She's like, I'm going to shoot them and distract them. And you go get that ring. And he's like, you will be overwhelmed by these things. There's no way you're going to make it. And she's like, if you save my crew, it won't matter. And so he gives her a kiss for good luck.
Yeah.
He saw it in a movie once.
And then she puts her her gun up to his temple.
No.
Again,
He
like,
says-
what did I say?
He says, please don't shoot me.
That's amazing.
And then she says, don't stop, don't look back, the ring's all that matters. And then she just jumps into the fray and goes, up here! And just starts opening fire. So Kyle just like narrowly dodges the xenomorphs. He's about to get killed by one. It gets shot by Crow. He looks back and sees that Crow's actually a fucking android.
No!
That's awesome!
And she says, you have to save my crew. And then she is ripped apart by the xenomorphs.
She's
And now
Crow
her
T
speed-
Robot!
Yes, she is! I love the fact that once you see that she's a robot, her voice bubbles get square.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because everything's breaking down.
Yeah.
She's
She's getting
breaking.
wrecked.
I'm switching back to DOS.
So he's going for the ring when an egg pops open and a facehugger just leaps onto his face. And he's like, well, I'm dead. But as he's like crawling towards the ring, you know, the facehugger's getting closer or getting through. And then he gets the ring on. He makes like as many hands as there are legs, and it pulls the facehugger off.
Nice.
And then he's like, all right, let's do this. So he dons the ring, faces off against the queen, and basically protects himself long enough to create some distance. And he's just like, oh, and the queen also breaks his arm for his trouble.
Whoa.
And then he's like, "Hey, you're hot too."
Right.
Why does everyone keep breaking on Green Lantern's arm in these stories?
It's true, yeah. Lantern arms are very fragile. Probably from all that, ring lifting.
It's probably because they're like, you don't actually do anything.
Right?
You're not punching me.
You're a dude.
Your muscles go atrophied real fast.
It's true. He busts out a chain gun and just starts mowing down xenomorphs. A little bit finished with his no killing rule.
Right.
And then he goes to the broken milk bleeding body of
Milk bleeding?
yeah of Crow.
What?
Of Crow. And he says, "Why didn't you tell me?" And she says, "Wouldn't have made a difference. My programming was to ensure the safety of my crew, and now that's your mission. So,
Okay, but they're not also androids, right?
no, I'm not just saving a whole bunch of
And then,
robots."
and then he takes her shirt and he's like, "I just want a little," because you're almost basically falling out of it anyway.
Right.
So, what are you gonna do now?
So he says,
She still has the gun. She's like,
she says, you have to save who you can. And he's like, "But I have the ring now. We don't have to kill them." And she's like, "That's what your predecessor thought. And look where we are.
Yeah.
You have to make sure this never happens again." And then she dies. Or turns off.
She shuts down.
Yeah,
She
she
blue
shuts down.
screens.
Yeah. And so,
it's okay. She's gonna reboot later and be even more stronger than before.
She got the red ring of death.
yeah. So, he stands in the middle of the room, creates a force bubble around himself, or a lantern bubble around himself. The xenomorphs are coming, and then he recites the lantern oath.
Okay.
And as
That he
recites-
never learned.
Yeah. So as he recites the oath, he emits a huge burst of energy that just destroys all the aliens, but protects the crew and the remaining other lanterns.
How does he?
Convenient.
And so basically, Kyle's like, "Yeah, we won the day, but it really sucks that people had to die." And
Especially Crow, who was totally hot.
yeah.
Yes.
And he also kind of he seems really remorseful for killing the xenomorphs. He feels bad that he had to break his no killing rule.
Why?
And he's like, you're no matter what decisions you make, your decisions will always come back to haunt you. And it's echoing Hal Jordan. It's a terrible message.
That's it.
Yeah,
no,
that sucks.
These are xenomorphs.
Yes, these are the only thing. If you've ever wanted to kill anything in the world,
Where it's fine.
you can totally kill, and you will get a medal.
Because these things are just heartless killing machines.
They're made of nothing.
They're never going to stop.
Yeah, they're the only thing they do is kill.
And multiply and make little aliens.
Yes, yeah, they don't even eat, from what we've noticed. They don't even sleep. They just make little aliens. I love this crossover because
awesome.
It's straight up a Green Lantern book, but the xenomorphs are the perfect antagonist, regardless of any character you're working with. Anytime you throw in some xenomorphs, you have a good time. You have a better story.
And they don't need dialogue.
No, No, they require no characterization.
No
They're a-
narration.
They're a force of nature.
Yeah.
And depending on how many xenomorphs you have, determines what kind of story you're telling. One xenomorph could be the whole story, and arguably the best one. Or an onslaught of xenomorphs could arguably be the best one, or at least one of the best ones out of the two.
Yeah.
You know, so you got a great tapestry to work from.
I can't believe Crow was a robot.
I
That's
can't.
awesome.
Really? Because
Yeah,
like
really.
when I meet her and she's like they skip me for some reason, I'm like robot.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. They skipped you for some reason.
She doesn't say for some reason.
She
but
could
it's
have
like,
also had a disease. I don't know.
that's true.
Do they care about that?
No,
I don't think they do.
I wonder if they do. That'd be
I
interesting.
know the predators do.
Oh,
Yes.
you have diabetes.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, the predators don't care. Or the predators do care. They're like diabetes. No.
No, you're sick.
Yeah.
You're not a worthy prey.
I know plenty of diabetics who would disagree. They're good hunters. They hunt for insulin.
No, but like the aliens are like, no, we're just gonna kill you.
Yeah, we're just gonna fill you with an alien. I don't care.
So what? The alien might be a little lethargic.
Yeah, right. Who cares? But yeah, it's a great crossover.
Ship's cool.
I hope. Yeah, that's a.
It looks.
The Flossed in Paradise, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it also kind of looks like it's more from the Alien universe.
Yes.
Than
So it's kind of it's
the fact that like she has the milky white like
Goo.
stuff.
yeah.
Like, I'm like,
blood is like okay. So she's from the alien universe. Now
See, she's also secreting.
It
She's
makes-
turned on too.
it makes
She's sweaty. I'm sweaty.
no, she's turned off now.
yes sufficiently. So no,
How do I reboot her?
it is basically like a crossover in that like
I'm gonna tap her chest a couple times. Is that it? Reboot? Reboot?
Tomodara's like,
dude, give me the ring.
What? No, I'm just trying to get her back.
Just give it back.
No.
In brightest day. Psh.
boxing glove.
Yeah. But no, in retrospect, it would have been way better to use the oath when Salak was being
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, he should have brought Crow back to Earth with him.
Well, yeah, but then that's like, I have my girlfriend in my closet, and I have to call like Star Labs to rebuild her. Like,
Right.
no, that's weird.
Of course, it's weird, but that's Kyle.
That's our version of Kyle, who's a creep and a jerk.
If Salak,
To be fair, this book has proved nothing less.
That's fair.
If Salak had done the oath, that would have been kind of chilling.
Yes.
Like, just-
but like a good kind of chill.
Yes. Or,
A narratively
or
satisfying
like
kind.
Kyle could have like grown a little bit
Yes.
because he would have been like,
Oh, that's
I
what that
get it.
means.
Especially if he got through the whole oath. Now, if he got through only the little bit,
No,
where
he
it was
would-
like, in brightest day, in black,
That's
and then
what I
he
was
gets
expecting.
grabbed.
Yeah, that would be fine. I think that
That's
would have been
horrific.
That would have been okay for them to then reuse it at the end.
Yes.
So that would have been cool. It would have been actually cool, you know, now just as the writer being like, it has to be when he says in Blackest Night, because that's
Yeah.
what's descending on.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting the ring. Because
Yeah.
that's right, we do have, technically, a lantern ring,
Yeah.
and we have a battery and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And this is cool, by the way. If you turn the battery on and you put the ring in the battery battery lights up.
Ah, I didn't know that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Now, you also have a red lantern ring,
I
too.
do. I also have a black lantern ring, but those are all the rings I have.
No, but like, you don't have... We need a red lantern battery, too.
Yeah, they make those,
I supply my own.
right?
Blood.
Blah. So there you have it, everybody. Green Lantern versus Aliens. It's a great crossover. It's one of my favorites when it comes to DC Dark Horse. Of course, it's collected in a trade paperback that has a whole bunch more, and it's in the description box below this video, so you can pick it up down there. Please do so, because it's a great collection, and it's a new trade, so I'm a big fan. I got a copy
Sweet.
myself. So continue the conversation down below by letting me know what you're going to be doing this Alien Day. How you're going to celebrate. So you're going to watch Aliens? Predator? I don't know. Looking forward to seeing that. But we'll see you guys next time with an all-new episode. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Thanks for watching.